Alrighty, how's it going, everybody? It's neighborhood friendly Cheesecake Trent Sneed up in the booth here tonight for round number 7 of Sidewinder Racing League's Wild Horse ARCA series. We're here at Kansas for the Cluck'N'Run 105, presented by ACRacing Graphics. Thank you, Adam, for sponsoring tonight's event. We got your logo there, right there in the bottom left-hand corner, just above that little live icon. And I hope y'all are ready for a potential show here. The last couple seasons here in the ARCA series, Kansas has been the show. So I'm hoping that trend will continue. As we'll go ahead with just under 2 minutes remaining. We'll go and get the point situation up on your screen for your viewing pleasure. If I can click the right thing. Case Grave, your points leader over Lucas Hoytsma. Thank you, Lucas, for covering last week. Mike Edwards, Cody Cleaver, and Jeremy Scherrer round out your top 5 in points, with Andrew Beach, Daniel Llewellyn, Dave Hoytsma, Blake Giglio, and Bill Rivard, your top 10 drivers, as we're 3 races from the chase now. Outside drivers looking to include Hayden Lowell, Quinn Newton, DG Swiss, Ian Montrose, Hunter Bogdan, Adam Crozier, Ethan Evers, Cliff Mullins, Cody Brown, Dalton Hayes, and Dan Robinson Jr. With that, y'all are now updated on points. And we got ourselves just a minute remaining. Right now, fastest guy out on track is this number 4 machine of Casey Graves, our points leader. 2 100s up over Lucas Hoytsma, then Cody Cleaver and Ian Montrose. Top 4 separated by less than a tenth. And Giglio in 5th, just over a tenth in terms of separation. So, top 4 pretty close. Jeremy Scherrer, Andrew Beach, Mike Edwards, and Dave Hoytsma. Only 9 drivers that put it in a lap thus far here in practice, with just under a minute remaining. I think we got 10, 11 guys coming out to try their hand here. Let's see who's out on track right now. Just under 30 seconds. Mr. Shrek Daddy, Mike Edwards. Getting last bit of practice in, as Edwards actually jumps up to 5th. Top 5 now separated by less than a tenth. And that's going to be a backup car as we get ready to head into qualifying. All right, 5 minutes for hot laps. 2 laps underway. Who's going to be the first drivers out on track? Let's see here. Looking like it's going to be the 1 machine, Ian Montrose, first driver out on track. What else we got here? Got the 71 of Andrew Beach and a new paint scheme for that 71 machine. Suicide awareness. Suicide prevention. '23 Grey Ghost of Daniel Llewellyn. 47 of Dalton Hayes. And Dalton looks like he's in a new paint scheme, Kingsford. Number 97, Sir Lou Hoyt, Ride the Dente, Toyota Camry, sitting on pit road. He's not yet out on track. The Lowe's machine, Cody Cleaver. Looks like he's coming to start his lap. Should start seeing time start coming up on the board in about 20 or so seconds. The Do Crew, Jeremy Scherrer. Out on track, and let's see here. As lap time's starting to fall in now. 47 Dalton Hayes, 71 Andrew Beach currently top of the board, 29.957. Hayes 71 thousandths back. Montrose P3, 2 seconds. Something amiss on that 1 machine. He's on his white flag lap now. Cody Cleaver in the 2, jumps P3. Daniel Llewellyn P4. And Hayes jumps. Pole position, 29.854, 1/10 up over the 71 of Andrew Beach. And And Montrose in the 1 jumps to pole. 29.746. Cleaver up to pole now. 29.707. Hoytsma on his hot lap right now, coming down the back straightaway. 2 tenths back, see how much he's able to make up. As Scherer jumps to P6, and Hoytsma cutting the apron. Pole position, Lucas Hoytsma. 29.585. Mike Edwards starting his qualifying run. Everyone that's put in on a lap pass put in their full qualifying effort. So right now it is Edwards, Dave Hoytsma, and Blake Giglio, the only drivers yet to do a qualifying attempt. And Giglio down and away. Edwards, first lap, puts him P9. About half a second back. 01 of Giglio starting his first lap. Minute 25 remaining. Should have enough time for both laps. And off of quarter number 4, here comes the 14, lap number 2. P3, 1/10 back. And here comes Giglio at the stripe. P9 for his first lap. He is 4/10 off from the 97, almost identical circumstances from Lucas getting pole. 40 seconds remaining, plenty of time. Giglio heads through 3 and 4. See if Mr. QuickTime here lives up to the nickname. Cutting the apron. P3. Less than a 10th. Giglio going to start this one P3. Only driver yet to do a qualifying attempt. Oh, Bill Rivardo's joined last second with 14 seconds remaining. He got the update done in time. Just barely. Not going to have enough time to put in a lap, I don't think. No. We got 12 souls brave enough to try out Kansas in the Cluck'N'Run 105. So let's go ahead and get your starting lineup up and going for the Cluck'N'Run 105. Starting on pole position, going to be the number 97 of Lucas Hoytsma. Second place, we have the 4 of Casey Graves. Third, we have the 01 of Blake Giglio. Fourth is going to be the number 14 of Mike Edwards. And they're not gridding, so I can't get the camera on their car. Fifth is going to be the number 2 machine, Cody Cleaver. 6th is going to be the 1 of Ian Montrose. 7th, we have the 47 of Dalton Hayes. 8th, we have the number 71 machine of Andrew Beach. 9th, we have the 15 of Jeremy Scherer. 10th is the number 23 of Daniel Llewellyn. 11th is the number 79 of Dave Hoytsma. And right out the field here tonight, going to be the number 10 of Bill Rivard. Pull in our pole sitter here, number 97 of Blue Hoyt. Lucas, it's Cheesecake. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, you got another pole position here tonight. What's it going to take to keep that 97 up front and get... Really? It'd only be your second win of the season? I feel like it'd be your third or fourth. Well, what's it going to take to get that second win of the season?
This thing is full throttle by itself around the bottom. So a lot of grip out here at Kansas tonight. Low temps and a lot of downforce in these ARCA cars. So you're going to see a lot of pack racing, I think, to start with. But the tires are shredding if you go full throttle. So looks like it's going to be a two-stopper. The the strategy is going to be really interesting. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm just going to kind of feel it out and see what works.
Well, all right. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
If Discord would cooperate, I'd get you back in low drag, but it's not sliding the menu. There we go. So, two-stopper, so I'm thinking...
Sorry, dude.
Well, why is that different? Hold up. The bloody radio thing is, like, higher now than what it was last night. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'm not angry about it. I'm absolutely livid about it, actually, but I'm just going to ignore it for now. So, if it's two-stop, that tells me between 25 and 30. That's what they can go on a tank. Got 70 laps. Once again, huge shout out and thank you to Adam Croce for sponsoring this one. If we have a restart here, we might be able to whip out Clucky. That's one of his things. He wants to see the Cluck bird out for a crank it up. But for now, the Pace Potato makes its way onto pit road. Barney the Flagman has that green one in his hand. And we're underway for the Cluck'N'Run 105. And the 01 Giglio immediately throwing it to the inside of Hoytsma for this race lead into turn number 1. Side by side through 1 and 2. Cleaver through to third there in the background as they stay too wide for the race lead. Both lanes going to have a little bit of drafting help. The 2 shoves the 01 out front. And Giglio just about able to clear. The 47 losing the nose. And that Kingsford Toyota in the background there for 4th. We'll focus on the battle for this race. Lead on lap number 1. Car in the outside wall. I think that was Mike Edwards. And Hoytsma leads a chaotic lap number 1 as we're going to go 3 wide for the race lead. Cleaver on the bottom. Giglio in the middle. Hoytsma up top. And Lucas said we're going to see pack racing. I did not think we'd see it like this already. And off of turn number 2, Hoytsma clear of the 01. It is the 2 of Cody Cleaver side by side with Casey Graves for that 3rd spot. So work their way through 3 and 4. We'll zoom out the camera just a bit. They're going to be 3 wide down the front straight. So Dalton on the bottom, Cleaver in the middle, Graves up top. See Lucas up there running that outside in the race lead. As Hayes just about not quite able to clear the 4 machine there. So they'll go 3 wide, back to 2 wide for 5th. Mike Edwards in the 14, he's running the outside. Andrew Beach in the 71, he's going to the outside. Jeremy Scherer, that'll be a battle for 7th. As right now it is looking like one big pack. All 12 drivers for the most part right with one another. Try and zoom it out here. Nope, don't really have a good zoom out camera. So Case Graves, your points leader, gets around the 01. And big shot to the 4 from the 01. As Edwards in the 14, he looks to the outside of Giglio for 3rd. Giglio to oh, good God, half the field I think just hit the wall off of 4. No harm, no foul. They keep it going. Mike Edwards getting a big push, a big wiggle, courtesy of the 47 of Dalton Hayes. And Beach thought he was thinking about making it potentially 3 or 4 wide there. He looks to the inside of Dalton Hayes. He's under fire from the 10 of Bill Rivard. Rivard, fresh from getting an update done, just barely made it to the show. Running the outside. Looking for a lane. 5 laps completed. And look at this mess. Mike Edwards in the 14 to the inside of Giglio for 3rd spot. Giglio's just about clear as they head into 3. Edwards now 2 wide with the 47. It's going to be a battle of saving tire. And I'll tell you, that 01's the best one at doing it. We've seen it time and time again. Meanwhile, the 4, Casey Graves, has just about reeled in the 97 of Lucas Hoytsma. Lucas running the top. Graves kind of running a more bottom line. Running more of the middle. Go back, still has some 2 wide action. Looks like that's Rivard in the 2. Bill Rivard, Cody Cleaver, side by side for 6th. Bill currently scored with the position. Dalton Hayes back to the inside of the number 14. This will be for 4th. Right on board with the 47 machine. Oh, 14 may have cracked the outside wall. Dalton evasive maneuver to the apron to avoid. And he'll clear heading into 1. And here comes Bill looking to the outside. Under fire from the 2. They keep that going. Right on board with Bill Rivard here. Currently scored in 6th. He's going to think he's under fire. Yep, from the 2 machine of Cody Cleaver. Cody running the bottom. So typically we see here running the outside is quicker, but it burns up the tires. As Hoytsma under fire from the 4 machine. Looks like he used a little bit of aero block there, put that dirty air on the nose of the 4, able to pull out about 2-3 tenths of a second there down the front straightaway. As we got Dalton to the inside of Blake Giglio for 3rd. Blake able to hold on. 11 laps out of 70. That's what they're working. Looks like we're starting to get a little bit of separation here from between 6th and 7th. Bill Rivard, he's kind of the tail end of the, we'll call it the lead pack, as we got a battle for the lead. Graves looking to the inside. 2 wide for the lead off turn 2 down the back straightaway. Lucas still holding on to that spot. I'm saying there's separation between the 10 and the 1. As Rivard looking to the outside of Dalton Hayes for 5th. As Giglio under fire from the 14 of Mike Edwards. Mike backs off. See Rivard. He is shot to the outside of the 47 for 5th. As Montrose is just about filled in this pack. And battle for 2nd. Blake Giglio to the inside of Casey Graves. Blake's been running the bottom, potentially saving his tires better. But can't quite get around the 4, and he gets a big shot from the 14 of Michael Edwards. Charges in deep on the inside. Huge run through the corner. Giglio through to 2nd, and they're 3 wide behind him for 4th. Dalton Hayes on the bottom, Bill Rivard in the middle, Mike Edwards on the top side. And Dalton looks like gonna just about clear both of them, and contact between the 10 and the 14. 14 in the outside wall. They keep it going in the correct direction. I think the 10 just kind of lost the nose of the car, slid up in that middle lane, and unfortunately cracked the driver's side door of Mike Edwards. Meanwhile, Giglio through to 2nd. Case Graves under fire from Dalton Hayes for 3rd. As Dalton able to pull alongside. Looks like he's going to be able to clear that 4 machine off turn number 4. The 4 handling that car starting to fade from the looks of it. Don't overrun that outside. It's just kind of burnt up the tires. So he's going to lose 4th to the 14 of Michael Edwards now, too. Potentially soon be under fire from the 1 of Ian Montrose. Meanwhile, the 01 Blake Giglio trying to run down our leader, the 97 Lucas Hoytsma. Gap just under 4/10. Lucas started running the bottom now compared to the top, and Blake responds by moving up a lane. So right now, side by side, might be between the 71 and the 10. That'll be for 8th. As Bill May just cracked the outside ball heading into 1, and Mike Edwards, Casey Graves going at for 4th. And 71 just cracked the outside wall. It's going to allow the 10 to get right on his bumper. Going to push him into the corner. Jeremy Scherer in the 15, rounding out the top 10 right now as they run. As we got a battle for the race lead. Blake Giglio to the inside of Lucas Hoytsma. Lucas able to defend for the moment. Lucas ran the bottom, Blake ran the top. Blake trying to get that exit speed, that big run. So they said it's going to be a 2-stop race. So we're about to be within that window. Give it a couple laps. Oh! Giglio pops the outside wall off of 4. Dalton P3 trying to reel these boys in. And here comes Montrose to the inside of Mike Edwards for 4th. Ian has went from like 8th or so. And, oh, Casey Graves hard on the outside fence. Able to gather it up. But Montrose, he is trying to march his way through this pack and almost makes contact with the 14. Trying to make the pass. Cleaver in the 2, getting in on this as well. Right on board with the Lowe's machine. Down the back straightaway. Right now, Edwards able to hold on to 4th. Montrose not giving up. Trying to fight on that inside. Losing the nose of the race car. And here comes the 2 of Cleaver to pit road. Did he make it to pit speed? And what's it going to be? We've seen 2-tire strategies work at Kentucky. Will we see these guys take right sides here at Kansas? Cleaver, the first one down. Only one on pit road right now. Right sides up in the air. And it's going to be a 4-tire stop. So Hoytsma still your leader. Battle for 2nd. Dalton Hayes clears the 01, maybe off of 2. Slides up right in front. Big push. Dalton clears into 2nd spot with Giglio hot on his butt. At the 14 of Mike Edwards coming down pit road. Slideways off of 4. Tanner Rivard also on pit road. So first green flag stops underway. Once again, do we see anyone take right sides? Right sides up in the air, and looks like it's going to be another 4-tire pit stop. So Dalton half a second back from the 97. As Blake Giglio and the 4 machine Casey Graves both coming down pit road right now. There we go. There's a 2-tire pit stop from the 01 and 4 tires for the 4 machine. So there's the first gamble right there. Blake Giglio, the first one to take right sides only. As Daniel Wall in the 23s down on pit road. And Hoytsma, here he comes. And the 47 hot on his tail. Oh, good God. Jesus. Code Brown moment, I think, for both of them. Lucas probably horrified. He was about to get rear-ended. Dalton came in bad hot. All right, do we see the 97 take right sides? I see right side up in the air for the 47. Saw a backfire. I think Dalton's going to do a 2-tire stop. No, it's going to be 4 tires for the 47. And for the 97, 4-tire pit stop. I think the only one to try 2 tires has been the 01. So he comes off the front straight. Here comes Giglio by. He's going to get around 97. That is for the race lead. We're going to see what the tire difference is. So we're just about halfway.
Sitting in this time.
As Andrew coming down pit road on lap 30. So let's see, how does this iron out? Now let's see what the 71 does. Does he take right sides, or is it going to be a 4-tire stop? See Sheriff there on pit road. Sheriff taking 4 tires. Right sides. Left sides, 4 tires. So 2 seconds is the gap between the 01 and the 97. Both drivers in clean air. Cleaver P3. Just a couple laps away from the halfway point. These guys will have one more green flag stop to make. And about right now, 4th, Dalton Hayes, just ahead of Casey Graves in the 14 and Michael Edwards. So Lucas has chipped it down to 1.6. About to be back to 1.7. Lucas not lifting a lot. So right now, the closest battles we got right now is between the 47, the 4, and the 14. Battle for 4th. So right now, just looking how this is played out, because Giglio is pulling the gap back out to 1.7 seconds. If the tire wear continues to show like this, it's going to be right sides for everyone else. And it's going to come into play of will the left sides, 97 will have fresher left sides compared to the 01 if they both take right sides this final pit stop. But just right now, as it runs with how many laps are going to be left, I'm thinking right sides is going to be the call for the last pit stop. definitely able to make it work. Because now Lucas is starting to make up a little bit of ground. As Cleaver under fire from the 47 of Dalton Hayes for third. Bringing Casey Graves and Mike Edwards along for the ride. Here comes Hayes down the back straightaway, looking to the inside, going to pull up alongside Cleaver for third. And he'll grab that spot. Casey Graves trying to follow suit. On board with the two machine. Able to get a run on that outside. Able to hold on to the spot for now. Graves just about able to complete the pass. No, Cleaver fighting tough on the outside. And here comes Edwards in the 14. So Cody holding on. For how long? I'm also kind of looking at the ticker there in the top left. It's staying around 1.5 seconds between Blake and Lucas. Right on board with Michael Edwards. We're going to be coming to 30 laps to go. So final set of green flag stops. We could expect it in about 5 or so laps. Edwards to the inside of Casey Graves. And Cleaver might be in the fence. He did grab the fence. Lost a little bit of ground there. And now he has both the 4 and the 14 breathing down his neck. With them staying side by side, that might give Cleaver a little bit of room to maybe build a little bit of a gap, a little bit of breathing room. Casey able to clear the 14, holding on to his 5th spot. And Lucas trying to chip away at him ever so slightly here, down to 1.2 seconds. As Giglio has moved to the bottom of the track, and he almost loses the nose of the race car there a little bit. Coming up on the 71 of Andrew Beach, putting Andrew a lap down. Ooh. Interesting. Andrew gonna go a lap down, but we see what he's trying to do. And just for a moment here, gap went under a second. Andrew gonna try and make it all the way, but he is losing a ton of time. Meanwhile, back to this gaggle. Edwards side by side still with the 4 of Casey Graves. Cleaver still trying to hold on to that 4th position. 25 laps to go. Oh, they'll be coming to 25 to go. 26 right now. So Edwards gets around the 4. They're coming up on the lap car of Andrew Beach there. Andrew giving them the inside. As Bill Rivard makes his final pit stop. As Giglio makes his way on the pit road. Lucas Hoitzma going to be your leader. Let's see what the 01 does. I'm expecting it's going to be right sides and fuel. As Cleaver's about to make his final pit stop. Right sides in the air. Casey Graves coming down pit road as well. I think everyone has seen the meta now. It's going to be right sides and fuel. As the 4 machine looks like he's going to take 4 tires. 97 comes down pit road. 47 Dalton Hayes takes the race lead. As 4 car really long pit stop. Let's see 97 down and away here. And there he goes. I'm thinking some of these guys got busted for speeding. As 4 machine is now down and away, so I'm thinking we're getting some pit road speeding penalties here. See 47 Dalton Hayes on pit road here. And Dalton. 4 tire pit stop. And here we go. Lucas Hoitzma cycles out ahead of the 01. And what's more, they came out in front of the 71. So Andrew's strategy to win it on fuel mileage here, I think, just went up in smoke. So he's hoping for a caution just for track position. So Hoitzma, your leader. They'll see 20 to go this time around. Montrose down and away. Comes in just behind the 71. And right behind the 47. So Lucas opening it up to about half a second over the 01. And right now Lucas's advantage is he has 50 lap fresher left side tires. Blake's ran the same set of left sides this entire run. As they're coming out in front of the 4. He's got, I believe, speed penalty or something for the 4 machine, as well as the 2 of Cleaver. These guys get a total of 3 extra sets of tires, so in the event we get a caution, they have 1 final set of tires they can use. Right now, this is the closest battle between Daniel Llewellyn and Jeremy Scherer. And Andrew has fallen. If I was Andrew, I think I'd just come down pit road at this point. The strat did not work. Walling, I think he got around the 15 for 7th spot. Cleaver a lap down. Mike Edwards trying to reel in the 10. Bill Rivard, that'll be a battle for 5th. I think the close battle we got right now, coming to 15 to go, is between Dalton Hayes, excuse me, I got hiccups, and Ian Montrose. This will be for 4th, or for 3rd. As the gap may have briefly came down a little bit there. I saw 5. Giglio might be trying to get draft help from the 4 to get him back up there. We'll find out here down the backstretch if he gets a push from the 4. So they go around the 71. Andrew Beeks put Andrew a lap down. I think the track's just too high a speed to try to do too much fuel saving. Meanwhile, Montrose has reeled in the 47 of Dalton Hayes, so this is going to be about for 3rd. And the 14, about to be under fire from the 10 as well. So I think we'll have a couple battles here in the last 10 or so laps. On board with Dalton Hayes here. See the one trying to run a different lane here, just trying to get out of that dirty air. Dirty air is such a huge thing. So let's see, 10 laps to go. Scherer and Beach both on pit road. Ten laps to go. Right now, it's 7 cars on the lead lap. Daniel Wallen in the 23, the last one of which on the lead lap. Battle for, right now, Cleaver is the lucky dog. Andrew will be battling a Scherer to get, we do get a late caution here. Giglio trying to use that draft help to get up to Lucas, and Graves pop the fence. As here we go, battle for 3rd. Montrose on top, Hayes on the bottom. Ian trying to get a run, trying to line it up. He has a run. Does he throw it to the bottom? Game of chess here. As that gap for the race lead is starting to shrink. And Montrose able to almost get alongside the 47 on the top. This right here is about to demand my full attention, though. That 01 has lost his shaft tail from the 4, but I don't think it matters. I think he's just about ran down the 97. 6 laps to go. Catching the guys one thing, past them is a whole other. I'll see 5 laps to go, just a handful remaining here in the Cluck'N'Run 105, presented by ACRacing Graphics. The 2 battles for the race lead and the battle for 3rd, and here we go. It's heating up for the lead. Giglio looking to the inside. He's there. And Hoytsman the outside wall. Here comes Blake Giglio on the inside. Giglio just about clear. Hoytsma going for the side draft on that right rear corner panel. And Giglio, he's clear. Lucas going for the crossover. Giglio in the outside wall. Here comes Hoytsma back to the bottom. So Lucas retakes the race lead. Blake not done. They're going to see 3 laps to go as Lucas gets into the wall. Three laps remaining. Oh, Lucas throws it sideways, drifting through 1 and 2. Comes back up in front of the 01. No, they're side by side down the back straightaway. Lucas drove it in as deep as he could, trying to stay out in front of the 01. And Giglio with 2 to go. He's clear. He's clear with some change. But Lucas has the run. Where does he go with it? He looks to the inside, puts it on the corner panel, and throws it in deep. Oh, that's going to hurt. That's going to be an outside wall is what that's going to be. Off of 2. No, it's not going to be an outside wall. I don't understand how. Trying to block. So here we go again for the race lead through 3 and 4. Blake's going to send it in deep now. Can Lucas mount back on the outside, or is Blake clear? He's going to slam the door. Lucas right back to the inside. Here we go, boys. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go from Kansas. Side by side down the front straightaway. Lucas trying to clear through 1 and 2. Throws it in deep. Going to throw that slider. He's going to clear. That's going to allow the 01 to get a big run. Have one last shot at it down the back straight. Huge run coming. Lucas looking for a block. Giglio to the inside. Who gets here first? Lucas going to have one last crack at it for a crossover off of turn number 4. It is going to be the 01. Blake Giglio, your winner at Kansas. Good God almighty. Second goes to the 97 of Lucas Hoytsma. Third goes to the 1 of Montrose. He got around the 47. Man, oh man, what a finish. That is Giglio's. I don't know if that's his 3rd or 4th win. That's his 3rd win. Blake, it's the cheesecake. You got me.
How's it going?
Old left sides be damned. You got it done in a hell of a last 5-10 laps there.
Yeah, that was definitely crazy. Shout out to Lucas there, racing lane. We were blocking each other, going at it up front. So I thought he had me when he was on my right rear, going 3 and 4, but I guess my tires just were a little bit better.
Just ever so slightly, if not almost dead even with the way y'all were able to pull crossovers like that. Was just able to get in front of them just enough to have enough of a gap for a block.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was probably one of the most fun races I've raced in. So glad we were able to get the win, and looking forward to next week.
Yes, sir. 3rd win of the season. Congratulations. You got any sponsor shout-outs, that number 01?
Yeah, you for broadcasting, Casey for making this paint. CTC, Wannagoons, OG Gear, everyone on this thing, and glad we were able to pull off the win tonight.
Yes, sir. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go and pull in P2 here, number 97 of Lucas Hoitzma. That's the wrong thing. There we go. Lucas, you got me.
Yep.
Well, man, you led the majority of it there. I thought you having the fresher left sides would be the advantage, but the 01 had a little bit of draft help to kind of help him get up there. And after that, it was just a freaking slugfest for like the final 5 laps. Was there anything else you could have done?
Well, we both had the same lefts. I never took lefts the whole race, so
Oh.
I just took more fuel on the first stop. That's why it was longer, and that's how I was able to get back ahead of him after the second stop. I took my fuel early. It actually worked out pretty well, but for some reason, my left rear just let go with like 5 or 10 to go, and he just started reeling me in because I was sliding just both ends of the track, and I don't know where that came from. I mean, he's back there, he's complaining his right front won't turn, and I'm just skewed the whole corner. So I don't know what was going on there, but I guess I was driving it different or something. Yeah, and he was able to run me down there, and then I was able to hold him off because his right front was gone and just dumped dirty air on him. But once we started throwing those sliders and stuff, my rears were really starting to hurt, and then I got loose that one time, and I just did not have enough speed in it, and that was just so much fun, though. I'm glad we could have a good battle at the end.
Yeah, man, that was absolutely insane. I said at the beginning of the show, Adam wanted to sponsor Kansas. Kansas has been, for pretty much the last couple seasons, the big ticket race for the ARCA series. And this right here is why. Pretty much some of the best racing is produced here.
Yeah, and I went into this. I raced a little bit of ARCA at Kansas, and I think officials, I don't know, a couple months ago, and it was bad. It was just top dominant. No, you couldn't go anywhere. So I don't know if they did an update or something, but it was way better tonight. You could run wherever you wanted.
Yes, sir. Y'all put on a hell of a show. Usually happens compared to officials. By the way, man, you got any sponsor shout-outs to that Dente 97?
Yeah, just a big shout out, of course, to you for broadcasting and putting this whole thing on. Everybody for racing tonight, clean and green to the end. That's awesome. Shout out to Blake for racing me clean there at the end. Everybody else tonight, too. Yeah, that's about it.
All right, man. Congrats once again on the podium.
Thank you.
Lou Hoyt, P2 here tonight. Pull in number 1 machine of Ian Montrose. Ian, you got me.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, man, you started 6th, and it looks like you did end up getting around Dalton there last couple laps to get that podium spot, as we was kind of watching that battle for the lead and the win. Talk me through your night.
Yeah, it was a weird night all around. People were on different strategies. Some people pit early to get the jump, others didn't. I was one that did not, and I think that probably backfired a little bit, but we made up
couldn't have
for it on the
backfired
second
too
pit
bad.
stop.
You got a podium.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I took 2 tires on that last pit stop, so tried to give ourselves a shot at the end. Didn't know if it would pay off, and really, then I had to just hunt down Dalton. It was quite tricky getting around him, but we ended up making it work. But you know, it was cool to battle with him for a couple of laps.
Yeah, sir. I didn't hear anything over the radio, so I'm guessing it went smooth.
Yeah, no, it went smooth. It went, yeah, smooth as it can be with with me and Dalton.
By the way, man, congrats on that podium. How we got a green white checkered? Do you think you would have anything for those two?
If we had bunched it up, maybe, but it was the dirty air was really difficult. I don't know about anybody else, but the dirty air made it really difficult to build a run. Tire saving didn't seem to be as much of a factor as some, so odd all around. It was kind of tricky, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we would have. I was hoping those two would just take each other out as per usual. Never happens.
They come close each time, but they somehow don't.
Yeah, I don't like to be teased, you know.
I know, right? It's an edge fest. Well, man, you got any sponsor shout-outs to that number 1 machine?
Well, I'm going to shout you out for broadcasting and for having in the league. Appreciate you. It's been a great season. I'm enjoying it. White Horse for sponsoring. C2X teammates, Dalton, Andrew, and Cody tonight. So I appreciate them. And everybody else that came out racing. And yeah, to all the other admins, thank you.
All right, big man. Congratulations once again on the podium.
Toodaloo.
Ian Montrose, P3 here tonight. And with that, that is pretty much going to do it here. Once again, man, I said at the beginning of the show, Kansas for the past couple seasons has been the big ticket race here, and y'all were shown why here tonight for the Cluck'N'Run 105. Sorry, Adam, we couldn't quite get a crank it up him. We didn't have any restarts. We went green the whole run. But put on a hell of a show for him tonight for whenever he gets to watch it. Hope y'all enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Congrats once again to Blake with the win. I've been the Cheesecake. Y'all have a good one.